Hello everyone, welcome to another great adventure over here on RJB Wildlife. On this adventure, we are here at the San Diego Zoo where we are going to be celebrating World Okapi Day. So if you're ready for another great adventure, let's go. World Okapi Day, like all of the other wildlife awareness days, revolves around the conservation efforts surrounding a specific species, in this case, the okapi. But before we dive deep into World Okapi Day, I need to address something that went viral last week. And that, of course, has everything to do with the gorillas here at the San Diego Zoo and the broken pane of glass that was caused by Denny. So as you can see over here in Gorilla Tropics, this is the main gorilla viewing with the glass, and as you can see, there is a boarded up piece with some welded bars attached to the framing. From what I understand, this is going to be an extended situation. These glass panels are special ordered and custom, so it will take some time for this to get replaced. This is nothing new for the zoo. Over the course of the time we've been covering this, we've seen a few projects need glass replacements, such as the rattlesnake habitat over in Elephant Odyssey. This isn't the first time that the gorillas have broken glass here. In fact, Denny broke another pane of glass, I want to say it was a couple years ago. This is all due to their natural behavior, specifically in bachelor troops. When young males like this are posturing for dominance within the group, they tend to resort to behaviors that will elicit noise and very physical behaviors as well. So in this case, it wasn't anything new. Denny has run up to the glass and kind of like hit the glass at times in a posturing effect with his brother Akuba. However, in this case, he didn't know his own strength and cracked the glass. So this wasn't anything that had to do with guests antagonizing the animal. This was a naturally occurring behavior that you would see in the wild with gorillas, whether it's them like shaking around branches, hitting logs, and even beating their chest. Very similar situation here. But the gorilla viewing is open, so you will be able to enjoy both Denny and Akuba here. But there isn't really anything to worry about at the gorilla habitat. It is perfectly safe. You can just walk up to the viewing glass and see both males. Just be mindful though, this is a natural behavior, so he does do this periodically, and his brother Akuba does as well. Albeit not as often as Denny, because Denny is a little giant bundle of chaos, and is still growing up into his silverback stage. He is about 11 to 10 years old and still has that adolescent look of what they call a blackback. And here at the San Diego Zoo, you can find the okapis next to the hippos in Ituri Forest. And the main reason we're doing this here at the San Diego Zoo is because recently there was an okapi calf born, and she is already getting very big. She is still in the tucking stages of life, which is basically what these ungulates do with their offspring. They tuck them away in an isolated space, and the offspring then stays still with the hopes that no predators notice them as they are traversing their habitats. It is at this time at which the mother will go off and forage for food for herself to then supply the offspring with the necessary milk it needs for its growth and development. Okapis are the only living relative of giraffes, and that's very evident with their overall anatomy. They're going to have the tongues of a giraffe, they're going to have the osticones, or at least the males are going to be the only ones that have osticones, and their overall appearance is going to be giraffe-like. You are going to hear the classic, oh, it's part zebra because of the stripings on the legs. This is just a camouflage mechanism for the native forest that they're from. These animals are from the Ituri Forest, which is fitting because that's what the exhibit name is in this area. But there is a real Ituri Forest in Central Africa. It happens to be like at the dead center point of Africa, and that is the only place in the world you can actually find wild populations of the okapis. Okapis are considered an endangered species despite being federally protected, but even though they are protected under Congolese law, they are still facing a declining population due to the many different hunting practices over in that part of the world and loss of habitat due to logging and mining. So it is paramount that organizations like this and the many other around the country are doing work to save these animals. So with birds like the calf we had here and over at the safari park, it's huge for the future. For those of you that may be interested, there is some okapi merch here at the San Diego Zoo and the safari park that you can purchase, and all of the proceeds for those items go straight to the conservation efforts of the many animals here in this organization. Even your admission goes to the conservation efforts for the San Diego Zoo Wildlife Alliance. So if you would like, you can definitely do that and save the okapi. The okapi has become one of the well-known quintessential zoo animals, and the San Diego Zoo and the Safari Park are a huge part in that. Ever since I was a kid coming to this zoo, okapis have captured my imagination and have overall inspired my love of wildlife and conservation. And although it may just be a zebra giraffe to some, it is an amazing species and very unique to me. And personally, one of my favorites that I always love to spotlight here on the channel. So if you're heading to the San Diego Zoo, Safari Park, or your local facility, be sure to check out the okapis, as they are an amazing species and an ambassador for conservation worldwide. That's going to do it for today. If you had fun on this journey, please hit the like button. And if you would like to embark on future adventures, please consider subscribing and ringing that notification bell. And until next time, I hope to see you all again on the next adventure on RJB Wildlife.